Hey guys, my name is Sahara and I am back with another November recap. Yesterday I shot the video and I realized that there were two videos that I forgot to mention. And I'm going to be mentioning those videos today. I hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. I really didn't. I was kind of empty nesting, and I also had the flu. And for being sick and the amount of books that I read, I'm quite proud of myself. I'm going to go through these books quite quickly. Now, two of these books that I did read, it was Blood by Magic and She Who Became the Sun. Those were both library books. I have since returned those books, so I have some substitution books for them. So we're going to use our imagination today. All right, the first book that I read was Blood Like Magic. Let's pretend like this is Blood Like Magic. And this book I did not like. I gave that 1 star. Too much going on for that book. I am not going to talk bad about books on this channel, but that was not my jam. The next book I read was Violet Made of Thorns. I gave this book 4 stars. I loved this book. Our main protagonist, her name was Violet, and she was morally gray, and she quite reminded me a lot of myself. You didn't like Violet, you probably don't like me much. Another thing about this book that was shocking was the level of spice. The spice levels in this YA book literally had me clutching my pearls. I enjoyed this book so much. I can't wait for the sequel to come out. I have no idea when the sequel is coming out, but count me in. I will be there. Look at my sprayed edges, but I will be there. Oh, the next book. I'm sorry, I kept this in order this time, and I'm gonna keep it brief because today I do want to shoot another video. I want to shoot my December TBR book list, and I just want to be quick. Anyway, the next book that I read was This Woven Kingdom. Beautiful, beautiful book. This is the Illuminate version. This book, I liked it. I did not love it. I believe I gave it 3 stars. It kind of had Cinderella vibes to it, but my biggest problem with this book was our protagonist. She was just kind of blah to me. I felt like our author could have developed her personality a lot more, and it does have a sequel coming up. I'm not sure when that sequel will be out and about. It will definitely not be my top priority, but I do plan on following this story. If you like this book, let me know. I mean, I expected more. It was a bit of a letdown. I've read a couple of this author's writings in the past, and I had such higher hopes, and I really wanted to love this book more than I actually did. But, you know, it happens. It wasn't a total flop, but it wasn't all that great either. 3 stars. Anyway, we're going to use our imaginations again, because the next book that I read was She Who Became the Sun. We're going to pretend like this is She Who Became the Sun. And notice why I picked this book, because I mean, the covers are kind of similar. Anyway, She Who Became the Sun. I gave that book 3 stars. This is another book. Started off so strong. I loved our protagonist. Can't remember her name to save my life. Shit, I can't remember it. But I loved how the book started. But then it just turned into something that I was not expecting. And I kind of couldn't help but compare it to the Poppy War. The Poppy War with Ren, and everybody knows I love Ren's character, and this girl was no Ren. I don't know. It was okay. I mean, am I going to continue with the series? Probably not. Did I absolutely hate the series to the point where I wanted to throw the book or anything? No, that's not true either, but I don't think it had me engaged enough to want to continue with the story. So, 3 stars. We're going to keep moving along. The next book that I read, it was Hocus Pocus. And I did that in honor of Spooky Month. And I've never read the book, and I've never seen the movies. And I was just like, yeah, let's do that. And also, middle grade isn't really my genre. And I keep saying every month, we're going to read more middle grade. We're going to read more middle grade. Now I know why I don't really like middle grade. It's just not my thing. But was the story cute? Absolutely. But what frustrated me about this story was, and I didn't realize going in, even though it says it, this is like 2 books in one. So the first book I did enjoy. But then it had the second book. It was The Next Generation, where this doofus's daughter, she pretty much makes the same mistakes that he made, and she meets the same witches, and they try to destroy shit. And it's just kind of like, hmm. It was cute. I gave it 4 stars. Will I read it again? Probably not, but it's still cute. Who knows? The next book I read, I still haven't quite finished it. I have, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 pages left. It's Die kleine Hexe. This is a German kids book, and it's about well, actually, she's 300 and something years old, but she's a little witch. And that's really what Die kleine Hexe means, little witch, the little witch. And it's a cute little story. And like I said, every month I do want to start reading more German because I've been back in the States for like 8 years now. And if you don't use it, you definitely lose it. And I definitely don't get many opportunities to speak or read German as much as I'd like to. So I'm like, we're going to pick up a German book every month from now on, girlfriend. And that's what I'm doing. Die kleine Hexe, very cute story. I'm not going to rate it because it's a kid story. And there's some words in here that I didn't even quite understand. But I did relearn a whole lot of new words and words that I thought I forgot that I didn't forget. I'm like, girl, you didn't forget that much. So this is this month's book. Very cute. Hopefully I'll finish it tonight. Oh, and the next book that I read, it was Ordinary Monsters. Now this book is a thickums. We're talking 55 pages. I really enjoyed this book. I love the vibes of these books. It took place in the 1800s, and it's about, I don't want to get into too much details of what it's about, but there are monsters around the world, and they're kind of being collected to go into this institute, I believe in Sweden or Scotland or something like that. And the characters are completely lovable, but I must warn you with this book, which I was not quite prepared for, there is some abuse in this book, and we have a character, his name is Charlie Ovid, and he was one of my favorite characters. Not because he was black, but he was one of my favorite characters. But in the book, he has this ability to not die, and he can always heal himself, no matter how bad he is hurt. And of course, there are scenes in this book where people are really, really hurting him, just for the thrill of it. Just to see this kid heal himself, which is pretty fucking sick if you ask me. But my biggest problem with it is while they're hurting him, he feels every bit of it. And the healing process is just as hard as being hurt. So that was pretty triggering for me. I cheered up on several occasions in this book. But in the end, I did end up enjoying it. It ended on a mean cliffhanger. I can't wait to continue with this series. I gave this one 4 stars. I think I may have taken a star off because this shit was a little bit too long for me. And typically I am very intimidated and infuriated by super long books. Because I mean, if it's going to be super long, it better be super good. And this one, it was great. You should probably give this one a try. And the next book, I have 2 books that are carryovers that I didn't quite finish. This was a Dark Window. This was a fairy loot book that I got a couple months ago. This book is based on tarot magic, and that's what really got me. But then when I'm reading the book, these aren't tarot cards they're talking about. I'm like, this isn't quite tarot. So it kind of confused me. So like the magic system has me a little let down / baffled, but I will continue to finish this book. I am on page am I on? I'm on page 104. Hopefully I will continue and finish this book, and I can give you a better idea of what rating I'm gonna give it. Right now, it's just too soon for me to rate it. It started off really strong, and it dwindled. It did dwindle. Hopefully when I pick it back up, it'll pick up again, and it'll be a great book. We'll see. And the next book is a carryover book, and she's a fatty too. I don't know why I picked so many fatties this month. This book I'm on page 265, and it has 500 and something pages in it. And I'm just kind of like, crap, could you have not wrapped this up in a shorter story? It starts off really, really strong about these 3 sister witches, and then it kind of tanked in the middle of it. So I'm just kind of like, I hope she is able to recover this book because I want to love this book because I love witchy books. But this book, I'm not sure if this is it. I don't know if it has all the ingredients I need. But I am gonna continue it. I'm in way too deep to DNF, so we're gonna get through this one, and I will let you know next month what I give it. And next, I have already started. Oh yeah, I had an issue where yesterday I got an email from my library. They want their damn book back, and I don't really want to give it to them because I didn't want to read it until like 2 weeks from now. But it's due on Monday. Today's Saturday, so this weekend I have got to finish Lightlark. This book got so much hype on TikTok, and it's getting a whole lot of hate too. I don't know if the hate is necessary, and I really want to just see what it's all about because this is a book that I was hoping I would see on Book of the Month, and it was not on Book of the Month because if it was, I would have ordered it. But I am not going to invest in such a controversial book because I need to know if I like it before I buy it because I'm going to stop buying books that I don't really like, and I'm going to learn how to get rid of books that I don't really like. Anyway, let's see. I think that is it. If you read any of these books, let me know what you thought of them. I know I went really, really quick. I got an appointment to be at in about 15, 20 minutes or so. So I did want to just reshoot this video. I will be back in a day or two with my December TBR. It is super duper ambitious, and I think if I don't get sick, I might be able to achieve the goal of the 50 books that I set for myself for the year 2022. Anyway, what were some of your reading goals this year? Did you meet these reading goals? Have you read any of these books? And if you did, what did you think? Tell me, what did you read in November? Anyway, I'm out of here. Like and subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys next time.